Welcome to our presentation to the Industry Vertical Development Program. In the next few minutes, we're going to focus on how you can partner to combine your industry experience and cloud technology to deliver a cutting-edge and leading industry vertical solution on Salesforce.com. Our goal in developing this program is to develop relevant industry solutions in the cloud, specifically on Salesforce.com. Secondly, we want to partner with select industry experts such as you and your company that understand very clearly the core processes that drive success in your business and want to develop those core processes in a Salesforce.com or cloud environment. And third, we want to focus on developing win-win relationships with our client partners. So like I said earlier, we can develop cutting-edge, industry-leading applications for specific industries on the Salesforce.com environment. Now, the Industry Vertical Development Program is focused on doing several key things. Number one, it's focused, like I said earlier, on developing highly customized Salesforce.com solutions for specific industries. Secondly, we are offering as part of this program to effectively implement and customize your implementation of Salesforce.com for free as part of participating in this program. Secondly, as part of participating in this program, you will operate as an industry reference, and as individuals in your industry are interested in this version of Salesforce.com, you'll be available to have very limited phone calls and very limited access to those people so that you can help them understand the value of this industry solution. And finally, as part of your participation in the program, for every license that other companies purchase in this industry, you will receive user license rebates that will help you co-op and in many cases offset your entire CRM investment. Now let's talk real briefly about the cloud computing model. The cloud computing model, as it's been really revolutionized by Salesforce.com, is really focused on this idea of leveraging or delivering applications via the internet. And so this concept of multi-tenancy is a key element of this model. And what that means is that many companies are using the same platform and the same architecture that use Salesforce.com. And what this means is that as Salesforce continues to enhance their environment and their product, you receive those automatic upgrades as part of being on that Salesforce.com platform. Secondly, they provide a pay-as-you-go model, which is very elastic, which means there's very little to no upfront capital expense, as well as modest operating expenses. Now, for those of you that are interested in this Industry Vertical Development Program, those costs will be reduced even further by participating in the program that I'm going to describe in a little bit more detail in just a minute. But let's take a quick second and talk about Salesforce.com, the company. So Salesforce.com, the company, is the first company ever to achieve $1.2 billion or billion plus dollars in annual revenue as a cloud company. So what this means is that as part of building an industry vertical solution on their platform, we are partnering, and you are partnering with a cutting edge and very infrastructure intensive and very reliable business, Salesforce.com. Now, the other number that I think is even more interesting is the number of paying customers that use their platform. And the reason I think this number is so compelling is so many people are part of what I call the Salesforce.com ecosystem. And so as these companies continue to invest in Salesforce.com and continue to use it, and Salesforce.com continues to acquire new customers, they are constantly enhancing and evolving their infrastructure, which means as a participant or as a user of their tool, you receive those benefits. Now, Salesforce.com has coined this term, the real-time cloud. And what this concept implies is that Salesforce.com has several different layers to it. And for the purpose of the Industry Vertical Development Program, we're going to be using what we call the Salesforce.com platform. And what that means is that at the platform level, we can customize provide very deep customization across many different business processes and take advantage of things like unlimited real-time customization that you see here, or the programmable user interface, or real-time workflows, or real-time mobile deployment. So Industry Vertical Salesforce.com is very specific to your business, provides all the cutting-edge capabilities that you'd get with Salesforce.com, but also provides those elements that are very specific to your industry and relevant to other members of your industry that might take advantage of these benefits. So real quickly, let me introduce you to the Sales Cloud and just talk a little bit about these key elements and how it applies to your deployment of Salesforce.com. So Salesforce.com, the Sales Cloud, contains things like accounts and contacts, leads and campaigns, opportunities, forecasting, etc., etc. when we develop an industry vertical solution, we are taking advantage of these capabilities, but tailoring them specific for your industry. So that leads to several benefits. And so the IVD program has several benefits to you. Number one, you will receive a highly customized version of Salesforce.com for your industry. Secondly, your business process and technology design will be performed in conjunction with our team, and it will be included as part of your participation in this program. Third, limited data migration will be part of this program. So any data that you have in existing systems will be migrated into the new Salesforce.com, so your users can use either existing data or prospect lists that exist in other systems in your business. Next, we will provide end-user training for you. So there will be limited end-user training included as part of the IVD program. So your end users will not only be trained on Salesforce, but they'll be trained specifically on those elements of Salesforce that relate to your industry. And finally, and we think this is the most compelling, and most of our clients are most excited about this, as part of your participation in the program, you will receive user license rebates on future sales into your industry. So as we sell with your help into your vertical industry, as users purchase those products, you will receive user license rebates, which will serve to co-op or offset the cost of the licenses that you're investing in. And in many cases, you have the opportunity to earn up to 100% of your CRM investment, which means at some point you could effectively get your CRM implementation and licenses for free. Now, as part of the program, we require several key things. Number one, we require a minimum of 25 users. Now, this might be salespeople, it might be internal admin people, it might even be people that are not necessarily employees, but are part of what we call your partner network or your channel. So, as part of this program, we do require 25 users total, though. Next, the staff, we do ask that your staff, that you make some of your staff available for limited design sessions. So we will need to be able to extract your subject matter expertise, and so we'll need access to you and some of your key staff to do that for your specific industry. Third, we want to also ask that your staff is available for certain reference calls with other members of your industry. We usually think that this usually entails about 2 calls per month typically, and that might be a 20 to 30 minute call just to describe the benefits of Salesforce.com and your specific use of it for your industry. Next, we do ask on an ongoing basis that we have some limited access to your staff for industry coaching. And we usually think this looks like maybe an additional hour per month or maybe 3 hours per quarter, really just to continue to refine and improve the vertical that we've built and make sure that we're continuing to address the issues of your industry. And so these are the main requirements for the program. Now let me look at a quick financial comparison just so you get a sense of what the benefits of the program are. The IVD program is licensed at $65 per user per month, just like a traditional Salesforce.com project. So for 50 users, you're looking at about $39,000 per year to license the application. Now, initially, we estimate that for a 50-user deal doing a very straightforward implementation, you're looking at about $15,000 to $20,000 in implementation costs. Those costs will be included as part of your participation in the IVD program. So your year one cost for 50 users would be $39,000 versus $54,000 to close to $60,000, depending on some of those costs. Now, year one comparison is significant, but when you look at the user rebates moving forward, within the first year, as soon as we start selling and promoting this industry vertical within your industry, as other companies buy those licenses, you will receive the rebates that I talked about. So we estimate in the first year for 50 users, this particular client would receive about $15,000 in rebates, which means their year two cost would come down even further. So when you look at, in this example, there's a total savings of over $30,000 just by participating in the IVD program and lending your industry experience to the development of an industry-specific solution. So the key thing is that you have the opportunity to earn user rebates on sales of the vertical industry into your vertical, and in many cases you have the opportunity to earn up to 100% of your license costs and rebates. So not only are you getting the implementation included, which is a very significant thing in the first year, but you also have the opportunity over time to receive user rebates, and those rebates can take place in the first year, by the way, but receive user rebates on those customers that buy your product in your industry. So I'd like to thank you for just taking a few minutes to learn about this program. We are very interested in talking to you about whether or not you'd meet our requirements for the Industry Vertical Development Program. And so we'd like to schedule a discovery meeting with you just to talk briefly about your industry and talk briefly about your requirements as it relates to CRM and cloud. If you're interested, please feel free to email us directly at sales@ismsystems.com or contact us at our 800 number, which is 877-553-0485. Thank you.